It is Joshua Van, who is on Fight Week ahead of his UFC debut this Saturday. It's UFC on ABC 5, where you'll be fighting Zhalgas Zhumagulov. Joshua, just give me the feel. A couple days out from a moment you've been working for, that every fighter's working for. What's the feel like for you right now?
Hey man, I'm excited, man. That's all I can say. I'm excited. I can't wait to go right now. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, man. It's a big moment, like you said. Just 21 years old. It's been pretty wild, right? I mean, you made your amateur debut less than 3 years ago. You made your pro debut less than 2 years ago. Here you are about to get into the UFC at the pinnacle. I mean, when you started this journey, did you see this rapid rise and think that you could be at this level that quickly?
I always knew I was gonna be in. I always knew I was gonna be in the UFC, so it was just a matter of time. And I was born a fighter, I would say. So it ain't no surprise I make it to this point.
I love it. So, how did this journey begin? I mean, did you grow up training like martial arts? Because I know you started training MMA. I wouldn't say late in life, but later than some. But were you doing any martial arts at all as a kid?
Nah, as a kid, I would watch Bruce Lee movie, and just do what he did in the movie stuff.
So, I'll just ask. I mean, you when did you make the decision to say, okay, now I've watched Bruce Lee and I like this stuff, but now I'm really going to take this seriously and I'm gonna go train this stuff. Like, how did that decision get made?
Man, when I first got here, I don't speak no English and stuff like that. So, it was hard for me to growing up. And, so I get picked on, called names and stuff like that. So the only, like, I can't say nothing back. So the only way I know how to defend myself was to actually fight. So, as I grow older, a lot of my friends was like, well, you got the talent. Why don't you try, fighting in the cage or in the ring or something like that? And, from
All right, so let's talk about the journey. I mean, it's been successful, right? 7-1 as a professional, and I think even more impressive, 7 finishes. Now, I have always been a fan of the flyweight division, and I hate that flyweights don't finish fights, and you're out there finishing fights every single time. So, what's the key, man? Do you think it's technique that you have? Do you think it's mindset that you have? Like, what's been the key to you being this finisher in the flyweight division?
Man, I think the key to getting finishes is that you don't you don't go over there and look for a finish. I think it's more to it, than just going and trying to knock the guys out. It's a lot of technique going in, going with it. So I think it's more of technique than just rush in and knock out the guys. I'll say.
Yeah, no question about it. Great mindset. All right, let's talk about this matchup. I mean, I'm sure you would have fought anybody when the call comes. You're ready to get in, but it's Zhalgas Zhumagulov, 1-5 in the UFC, but I don't think that really accurately reflects his skill as a fighter, man. So, give me your thoughts on him as an opponent.
Man, he's a great opponent. I'll say because like if you really think about it, all his laws is like a decision, and so I think this would be a great test for me. And when I was fighting in the local like Fury Fighting Championship, I was asking for the tough opponent. So this is nothing new. As soon as Jason, my manager, called me, I don't even ask who. I just say I take the fight. So I think this should be a great fight.
I love it. Were you knowing that you were trying to get into the UFC? Were you studying the UFC flyweight division already? I mean, were you always watching the fights, or were you kind of focused on your own thing more than scouting opponents?
Man, to be honest, I was supposed to fight for the contender in August, uh, and short notice come. Thank God. Uh, yeah, that's how it is.
I love it, man. And you said when the call came, zero hesitation. Was there any discussion with the team? Like, are we ready? Are we in shape? Are we good? Was there any talk at all?
Nah, straight up. When Jason called me, I was like, all right, let me call my coach, and I called Danny Pineda. I was like, don't say no, cause I want this fight. Not knowing who I was gonna fight. So, and you guys know Daniel Pineda, he's down to fight anywhere, anytime. So we built like that. Houston, Texas.
I love it. I was about to say, if Daniel Pineda is involved, you're getting in the fight. They might offer you a welterweight fight. You'd still be taking it.
Yes, sir, for sure.
I love it. All right, so talk about Zhalgas at the matchup itself. I mean, is the haircut going to be a distraction? I mean, he's Jack Paddy Pimblett style in there. I mean, is that are you going to be able to focus? Or are you going to be staring at that haircut?
Man, that haircut, man. I don't know. It surprised me, man. I don't know, but hey, it's a fight though. Come fight day, nothing gonna change. The outcome gonna be still the same. So I'll be ready for that, and I'll be ready for anything.
I love it. I know you've had your eye on this moment for a long time. So this fight week, does it feel any different? I mean, is this just? I mean, I know everybody likes to say that. No, it's just another fight, man. It's just like, is it just another fight, or is this? I mean, does it feel different for you this week?
Man, it was, like when they first called me, I was excited, like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to put extra work and all that, like, cause they called me last Thursday. I was trying to push, 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 but then when I got to like Monday, that's when I was like, it's just another fight. And just like 30 minutes ago, like a bunch of Burmese people came to my hotel. They was like, "Hey, we gonna be here for you. You got Burmese people living over here." So it pumped me up right now. I'm ready to go, man.
That's awesome, man. I've seen that, man. The Burmese community, man, talk about really supporting their own. Is that special for you to go represent the nation?
Oh man, it's amazing, bro. Like I'll be the first Burmese UFC fighter ever. That's history in the making. And the legend himself, Aung gave me a shout out and everything. That was amazing. So uh, I'm just feeling great, grateful for everything, man. I feel
It's
blessed.
so cool. You mentioned Ong. I mean, the support that I've seen around him and his career is insane. And then what's even more crazy is when he heads back home and how wild it is over there. Are you looking forward to that? I mean, that man is a superstar.
Oh, he's a superstar over there, man. Hey, superstar in the making over here too.
I love it, man. Listen, your 2022 was crazy. 5 times you got to fight. This is the first time in 2023, but obviously it's a big one. But talk to me how you see your UFC future. I mean, you got to get this first one under your belt, but you fought so frequently on the way up. Do you want to try to fight that frequently in the UFC, or was that just a means of getting to this spot?
Man, I want to stay active because me, I like to stay active because if I don't stay in the gym, I'll be doing some dumb stuff, outside of the. So I like to stay active. I want to fight at least 3 or 4 fight a year, if not 5. So I want to keep it that way. So you know what I'm saying. So I keep my body healthy, and then I stay my mind focused like that.
I love it, man. Well, it's been a pleasure to watch you on the rise, man. You've been a very exciting fighter. Now you make it to the UFC. Look, there are going to be a lot of people that this will be the first time they see you. Maybe they're not watching UFC Fight Pass. They're not watching the prospect. So, what would you say to them as to what they're going to see from you on Saturday?
Hey man, it might be a short notice, but hey, y'all about to see something different. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. The fearless right here, man. It's coming.
I love it. Well, Josh, I know you're busy, man. Congratulations on the call up. I know that's just the start. You got to go in there and get the win, but I just want to wish you the best of luck. Thanks for taking a couple minutes, and we'll definitely be watching.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you for having me over here, man.